Welcome. My name is Laurie Hofer, and I'm head of school of Pacific Northern Academy. Our mission is we educate students to be exceptional learners and independent thinkers of vision, courage, and integrity. As a staff, we know that these attributes and what we want a graduate to be are not something that they're born with. They're something that we can shape and mold and teach. So we start as early as our 3-year-olds all the way up to our 8th graders, thinking and planning activities that every day help someone grow to their potential, academically, social, emotionally, and even physically through our PE program.
We are lucky to be able to look at every student individually, to learn who they are and help them develop their character. We have a program called Responsive Classroom that really exercises the social and emotional health of each child and creates a very cohesive and supportive community within each classroom.
At PNA, we look very hard to find the very best teachers, and there's certain things we're looking for. They kind of come in with a twinkle in their eye because they love to learn. Just like we expect our students to become lifelong learners, our teachers are as well.
I work with all the different grades and all the different classes on their projects. So I come in and I might help out a kindergarten class making a stop motion animation movie, or I could jump in and help the preschoolers with a lesson on sewing, movie making with middle school, robotics with 4th grade. It really adds an extra level of excitement and interest to the projects because we have all these special things that we can offer.
Teaching at PNA means that I get to come work in a place that I really love to be at. I get to teach each child what they're interested in and what they truly need.
PNA moved to this new property several years ago, and we chose this property for several reasons. One, the most important, that there are 9 acres. We've got our PE classes are out there, they're skiing out there right now. You see classroom teachers out there, recesses out there. It's a wide open space. It allows us to fill it with what we want to fill it with. It allows teachers to use that space as they want. And we live in Alaska, so it's a great thing to get kids outdoor because that's who we are as Alaskans.
The best practice in early childhood is a play-based early learning experience. Play really is the work of childhood. Learning to get along and be kind and be respectful. If they have those in place, those sorts of things in place, then they will be able to be successful academically.
Teachers plan activities every day that push kids, that have them become better collaborators, having to work, having to communicate, having to solve problems. We're looking at not just academics, we're looking at, we want the whole child.
I was doing a lesson with my students today about community helpers. And we talked about communities being like your town that you live in, but we talked about how PNA is a community and how they spend so much time with each other. When we're not in COVID times, the families come to events and do things together. We have dances and chili cook-offs and activities that we do, and it feels very family-like. The kids feel comfortable in who they are, they feel comfortable with each other and with the teachers, and they have an ownership in their school.
In addition to doing a standard-based curriculum, we really focus on social emotional learning and helping kids to make good choices and helping them to take responsibility. We also encourage them to pursue their passions and their interests. Everyone has a voice and they get to share their opinions and they get to learn how to disagree respectfully. And that's a huge part of just learning. Kids are encouraged to be creative and they're encouraged to make mistakes. So growth mindset is huge.
You would think that students would be exhausted at the end of the school day, ready to go home, have a break from school, but over and over again, I've seen kids at the end of the day, some of them are even in our extended day program, their families come to pick them up and they are not ready to leave. It could be 5 or 6 o'clock in the day and they want to stay.
PNA has a lot to offer to both students, parents, and teachers. and other staff members. PNA also expects a lot, that you are committed and that you are willing to do your best every day, because that's what PNA is doing for you.
We have graduates who are from some of the most prestigious schools and graduate schools all across the country. But what we want to graduate is the good person, and that they will advocate for others. Just call 907-333-1080.